Section 11.4, normal distributions. All right, so you found data, you've taken lots of it, and you found that your data actually fits this kind of curve, okay? It's normally distributed, which means that your mean, median, and mode kind of line up. Now, when that happens, you have a normal curve. These tables are designed for normal curves, all right? If they are not normal curves, you have to use other tables for skewed rights and skewed lefts. Those are called student T-charts, and those are for other statistics classes. But for basics, in Algebra 2, the high school level, we just want to get used to the normal curve happens the most. All right, so it looks like for our problems here, what I want to do actually is highlight the ones that are your tables are meant for. Any kind of z-score that is set up as a less than is what your tables are meant for, okay? So these 4 problems are meant for the left tail normal distribution z-charts. Okay, I think I might have called it a t-chart. I hope I didn't. It's a z-chart. So these z-tables are meant for less than, okay? So all we have to do for these is literally just look them up, all right? And that's exactly what we're going to do. And then I want you to interpret the results, okay? So and we actually do that for 27, 28, and 29. So 0.29. So if we went to 0.29, that is positive. So I'm going to go to the positive z table here. And this is really just to make sure that you knew how to read the tables. 0.2, we're going to go all the way to 0.29, which is right here. Okay, so that is 6141. So what this means is that 0.6141 means that the probability of any piece of your data falling less than 0.29 standard deviations is actually 61.41%. Okay, so 61% of your data is less than this particular z-score. All right. All right, next one. We're just going to look it up. We'll just write down the number here. 1.4. What do we have? 1.45. 1.45 is 1.4. Let me go to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it looks like if you are 1.5 standard deviations away, almost 1.5, you are at 2.65% of your data is less than, okay? We would expect that because if you're 2 standard deviations away, you know, that's, you pretty much got most of your data. On the left and the right, it's about 95. Anyways, let's keep going. 0.89. 0.89 is actually right here. That's 81.33. Okay, now if you left just 0.8133, that is actually the same. These are the same thing. Okay, they are equivalent. All right. All right, so now we move to the greater than. So here we are greater than 2.1. So what we're asking is, what is 2.1, which is, I don't know, maybe over here? Okay, we want to know what's the probability of that. So what's the probability of being greater than that? And so it's going to be probably a little small because 2 standard deviations is pretty far away from the norm. And what we want to do is we want to actually, it's like saying the probability of z being greater than 2.11, okay, is the same as 1 minus the probability of z being less than 2.11. What we've done is we've turned the tables, okay? We've turned the tables so that let's start with 100% and then subtract what's left. So this is right of the curve if you took 1 minus the left of the curve, okay? And 1 meaning 100%. So anyways, you go ahead and do 1 minus whatever z is less than 2.11. 2.1 is here, 2.11 is here. So that is going to be 0.9826, 0.9826, and that would be 0.0174. So you're looking at 1.74% being higher than 2.11. And again, that is just for a normal curve. Your data has to fit a normal curve. All right, that doesn't always happen, but it does happen. It happens often, but not all the time. Okay, so now we have a left table, but this is asking for something to the right. So now we go to the negative. We're going to go ahead and do this by putting the probability of z greater than negative 0.67 equals 1 minus the probability of z being less than negative 0.67. Okay, so we're going to find the probability to the left, negative 0.67, negative 0.6, and right here, 0.67 right there. Yep, 0.2514. Excuse me, sorry. So what is that? That's 7,486. So that's 74.86% of you being greater than, wow, what is it? Roughly here. Okay. Yeah, so that should make sense. Hopefully it makes sense to you. All right, this one, 26, we're going back to kind of an easier problem just because that's a table problem. And now we just look on the negative side. So negative 1.55 is going to be, the answer is 0.0606. Oops, okay, which is also 6.06%. Okay. Where are we at? 7 minutes. Go to the next one.